Hi, I'm Dean with Old English Outfitters, and today's video will cover handgun grip position. So, a lot of people, through no fault of their own, don't really know the proper way to grip and control a handgun when firing. They've either been taught the classic cup and saucer, or they try and grip over the back of the handgun like you would shoot a revolver. But there is a proper way to do it, so we're going to demonstrate that today. Alright guys, so as always when handling a firearm, we're going to do our safety check. Our chamber is completely empty, so is the magazine. So we'll close our slide and dry fire in a safe direction. The gun will remain in this state for the rest of the video. So first things first, this is the easy part. It's your firing hand. Whether you're right-handed or left-handed, I happen to be right-handed, you grip the gun in a full firing position, and that means bottom 3 fingers on the frame, lined up here. I'm squeezing a little tight just to remain still. You don't have to squeeze it that tight. It's just enough so that you can correct the firing of the gun. Here, my thumb is loose. It's not on the controls, but it's in a space where I could operate both my slide release and my magazine release. And then you can see here, my index finger is indexed on the trigger guard. Now this is very important because your finger should never be on the trigger until you are ready to fire the gun. That is the most important part, safety. Now another thing people often get wrong is how high they choke up on the gun. You can see here, I am almost on top of the slide with how high I'm choking up on this gun. This gives you a lot better control of the muzzle. If I grip down here, and there's space in between the beaver tail and my hand, that slide's going to go back and pull up even more when I'm shooting. If you get as close to the bore as possible, you can control it a lot better. Now, for your offhand, the first thing you need to do is find this section of your finger right here. It's in between your knuckle on your fist and your first knuckle of your finger. That section is going to go on the bottom of the trigger guard. So if I put the trigger guard right there, you can see that my index finger will fall right into that groove. And then these 3 fingers here will fall into the grooves of my other fingers. So here, and then 1, 2, 3, and I'm cupping just under my pinky on my firing hand. From there, it's much like a golf swing. You lay your offhand thumb down on the frame, and then your firing hand thumb, in this case my right thumb, is on top of that. Now you can see here, I am not resting it on that slide release. You want to stay clear of that so that your gun will lock open on an empty magazine. From here, I can control the gun, I can put downward pressure on the muzzle with my offhand and get a lot faster and more accurate follow-up shots. Now there are more ways to finesse this grip, but if you do this right down to the bare bones, you'll have a very solid grip on the gun. From there, we can talk about downward pressure and gripping the gun down and pushing towards the threading and whatnot. But this here is the most solid way to grip a semi-automatic handgun. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. I'm Dean with Old English Outfitters, and we'll see you next week.